Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a spirit reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading can resonate with you. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. I praise the creator of all, supreme, omnipotent, and in all things. I praise all of the high and virtuous spirits who have walked the way of eternal light and love. I praise all of our ancestors from Mother Africa, who is the mother of the entire human race. I praise all of the spirits who died during slavery, in the Middle Passage, around the world, here in the United States, during Jim Crow, and today. Great Spirit family, since you are free of body and form, we know that you now have greater wisdom and greater power. We ask that you hear the call of your child and come protect us. Use your greater power and influence to help us solve our problems of money, family trouble, and racism. We ask that you somehow give us a sign that you are pleased with your children and that you are receiving our worship. Benevolent ancestors, open the gates of wealth to our people and guide us in the wisest and most effective ways to help all of Earth's children live harmoniously. Help us to remember we are part of the whole, part of God, part of each other. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, guys, let's get into this spirit reading. And man, does it have some correspondence and agreement in here? And I always tell you, that's what we're looking for in the readings. So the deck that I am using is the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. And let's get started, okay? So the card that we have at the top of the deck is Drifter. Drifter, experiencing life as it comes. Okay, let's see what this says. Drifter says, it says what lights you up, experiencing life as it comes, seeking the essence but not knowing the form. Seeking the essence but not knowing the form. The Drifter invites you to step out of your to-do list and your ordinary routine to feel the breeze against your skin, calling you to follow the wind and explore life's opportunities. When the Drifter appears, it's a sign that it's time to cut the mooring lines, holding you to the dock, okay? It's not important to know the destination before you set sail. It will become clear as you leave the port. I really feel that because you guys keep getting the Page of Wands over and over again in the readings, and I keep saying like this, there's like a fear, like you're a beginner in something, and you may not be a beginner per se. You could be starting something again that you've put away, or you could be experienced in other areas, just not in whatever you're gonna do. So what it's saying is here, give me a second. It says it will become clear as you leave the port. Do not wait for a map. Don't wait for a map, okay? As there are none to where you are destined to go. But be sure that you have a compass to keep you true. Yours is your pure love and your intention to be free, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. That's your compass. It's your pure love, your intentions to be free, even of your beliefs, even of your own beliefs and preconceptions. It says, few appreciate the energy of the Drifter. Here, you might not seem to be doing anything worthwhile or meeting someone else's expectations, but you are the only one who understands that others are running full out on a hamster wheel and getting nowhere. You know that life will find you and bring you everything you require without you having to search for it, by simply being instead of frantic doing, okay? Even as you let your mind wander, releasing it to go on a daily walkabout, call it back regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. The Drifter helps you find what you are looking for, even when you didn't think you were seeking anything. All right, guys? Whoo! See, so don't be afraid of not knowing where you're going. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of not knowing the outcome. Because like I said, you may know I want to go in this direction. I just don't know what the outcome is. So don't be afraid of that. Now, there was one thing that I noticed that it says, make sure to call yourself back. Give me a second. It says, even as you let your mind wander, releasing it for a daily walkabout, call it back regularly to deliver news from the cosmos. I was about to do a tarot spread before I decided to record a spirit reading, and the cards that you had were the Hierophant and the Four of Swords. The Hierophant was in reverse, the Four of Swords was in the upright. And what it was telling me when I was, picking up the message, prayer. I keep prayer, meditation. If you're not doing it, you need to do it. So keep up with grounding yourself, praying, meditating, getting lost in the spirit. Sometimes, a long time ago, I used to run a lot, and I would find myself, they call it a runner's high, but that's when I would get the most connected, and feel in tune to nature and my body. So whatever you find that I can get lost in that's healthy, and then could generate prayers and actually hear things coming back is what you should do. Whether it's running, yoga, literally getting on your knees and praying, sitting upright praying, or just being still and, getting things out of your mind to receive information. Real important right now. So it keeps coming up, and literally I only talking about it so long because I was going to do a tarot reading and that's what I saw. All right, your next card at the bottom of the deck is Watchers Transpersonal. Watchers Transpersonal. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this is about. It says, Watchers, Serendipity, the Observer Witness, Transpersonal. It says, when Watcher appears, it's an invitation to stop doing. Okay, so the card above, Drifter, said, that everybody is doing too much and they're running on a hamster wheel. This card just says, this is an invitation to stop doing. Pause, get off the treadmill, okay? Get off the treadmill and take a deep breath. Find the witness within, the one who can observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in it, but is not caught in any of the drama. Before I said this about people coming at you left and sideways, bringing issues and drama to you. Don't get involved, okay? That was coming up in your tarot. It would always come up in your tarot as a Five of Swords in reverse. So it says the time is right to step back. If you have a thought or an opinion, keep it to yourself. If you have a feeling that needs to be expressed, do it in the shower. Do not engage with the action happening around you. Simply observe. Watchers show up to direct your attention to the horizon and away from the anthill in front of you. Others might think you are simply doing nothing, but let them know that you are helping the sun to set in the evening sky. Okay? There are bigger things to attend to. Okay? You have spent such a long time trying to correct the course of events and the actions of others. Let it be for a short while, and you become the observer rather than the doer. The Watcher invites you to break free from the linear causal pace of the petty day to day. Rise to divine coincidence, to serendipity, and notice how the act of seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Seeing the heart of the matter produces results. Things happen without you doing anything, okay? Creation unfolds in its own mysterious way, requiring only a sacred witness. And that's what God wants you to do. It wants you to see the miracle in your life and stop trying to figure out how to push or make something happen. But let's get back to Watcher. Don't let people disrupt your peace. Don't let them disrupt your peace. You already have enough to do that it's important that you don't overwork yourself, all right? Especially now that you're headed in another direction. And this is the other reason why God is asking you not to be so doey. Let me fill up my calendar, fill up my schedule, because I'm going to direct you somewhere. I'm going to give you the insight and the intuition to move this way. That way you might be afraid of, that way where I don't know the whole outcome. That's where I want you to go, okay? In this time, I told you, haters and jealousy, these people are coming up to disrupt something that you have going. Whether it be people being negative at work, friends that don't want to call you back or include you, family members or friends who know you have a busy schedule but want to unload on you, You know, you see, I just got in from work, I'm cooking a meal, and you want to talk about something that, you know, you could easily solve on your own or really is a waste of time. Like, don't call me. You know I'm busy, you know, kind of thing. But the thing is, sometimes you're going to have to lie to these people. Get a little unbusy and tell everybody I'm too busy to be bothered with you. Okay? Get unbusy so that you can be sure about what it is that you're about to do and trust that it's okay. All right? Don't overwork yourself. Don't overwork yourself. And again, it said, hold on, because it said the dramas, right? Don't get fury. The word was fury. Observe the fire and fury happening around you, but is not caught in any of the drama. And that's the thing. All this jealousy I'm picking up is fury. That's fire and fury. Whatever somebody has to say mean or negative to you, like literally, just block it. Block it. Block the comment. Block the number. Really don't engage people's stupid opinions. It's their opinion. It does not matter. It's just an opinion. It's not a fact. People can say what they want to say. It is not a fact. You know who you are. Okay? So, right. Be the observer. Be the observer. Don't be afraid to be the drifter. Because I'm going to tell you another thing. Some of you guys, these other cards we have here, we have Balancing Act. We have Herald of Change. We have completion and closing a door. So maybe where you're moving to or headed doesn't require so much work. I mean, it may not require the drain that the regular day-to-day thing, you know, has on you. You won't be drained when you try this new thing. Your day might actually be freed up. And people might look at you and be like, wow, looks nice. Must be nice. You have so much time on your hands or this or that. And they have, you know, things to say because they're not able to do what you're doing. Don't let that get to you. You're not lazy. You're not lazy. You're just doing what you are being called to do right now. You're just doing what you're being called to do. It's not working yourself to death and to the bone is not living. It's not living. All right. So your next card, let's get into the spread. It is Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act. Dances on One Foot, Balancing Act. Okay, give me 1 second. Get this for you. Balancing Act, resourcefulness, saying yes to life. When Dances on One Foot shows up, you are called to find a new balance. Just as a dancer moves gracefully into each pose, no matter how precariously balanced a step might seem, you must bring equanimity to the situation before you. No matter how thorny or difficult a relationship seems, if you are putting too much effort into managing your life, work, relationships, family, and digital media, you are missing the point, okay? You have to be dancing while juggling your entire life, okay? Knowing that at any one time, half of it is going to be up in the air. It's not that you are doing too much and find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's you are confusing readiness with preparation. You will never, ever be fully prepared for all of the changes in life, but you can be ready to say yes to a new invitation the universe offers you. Live in a state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, vitality, and the sacred. Okay? It says, I'm going to read it again. It says, live in the state of yes to spirit and no to everything not infused with life, romance, and vitality, and the sacred. You will be surprised at how quickly your load lightens when you hold true to this lesson. You are challenged now to work with the resources available to you and not be seduced by the belief, if I only had more. Life has provided you with everything you need to accomplish your goals and fulfill your mission. When it feels like you are losing your balance, do not contract, holding your arms close to your chest. It says, for you will fall, all right? You want to be like a dancer. Keep those arms out, all right? Instead, reach out and extend them fully, saying yes to Spirit's steadying hand. All right, guys. See, and this is the thing. And this is what we're talking about, being too busy. Because it was saying, if you're putting too much effort into managing your life, work, relationships, family, digital media, like social media, you're missing the point. That you don't have to, what am I trying to say? Because the word equanimity came out, and you may feel like I owe every little aspect so much equal amount of time, where there are aspects that you don't owe anything to. That's just how I feel. It's like, at some point, because you are spreading yourself so thin, you better be prepared for things to just go awry. But don't beat yourself up when they go awry. When it says when things start flying up in the air, half of that stuff is going to fly up in the air. The other thing is that this is what I'm talking about, doing one too many things. Why your previous spirit readings are telling you to focus on a certain thing. Because it says readiness with preparation. It says it's not that you are doing too much and find it impossible to catch up. Rather, it's you are confusing readiness with preparation. Like, you can tell something's coming. You want a really good outcome for whatever it is that your endeavor is. So you're doing a lot to get ready for that feeling of, oh yeah, it's coming to the next level. But that's not what's required, because it keeps saying like, you don't know where you're going. You don't know the outcome. Let God handle the outcome. So you constantly trying to balance your regular life, whatever it is that's going on, and then put all this energy into the other thing, and like, because you're pushing for an outcome, because you want movement, is stressful. And some things are going to fall down around you. But I feel like if you don't want the fall down, because it could happen and it's okay if it happens, but if you don't want everything to go crashing down around you, start eliminating the unnecessary. Maybe eliminate some of the social media time. Okay? Maybe eliminate some of the projects that you say you want to do. If let's say you're doing two things at a time, you're working a 9 to 5 and you're trying to get something else off the ground. Well, don't act like, I don't have this other thing that I'm doing after work. So you pretend at your 9 to 5 that you can take on more things. Oh, I can help you with that project. Oh, I can take so-and-so's work on. They couldn't finish it. Oh yeah, I'll cover you on that PTO. Stop that. Stop. That's not, no, get somebody else to do it. Do what you have in front of you. Stop trying to be Superman, Superwoman all the time. I think we feel like if we're not going above and beyond all the time, then our work isn't worth it. We're not fit for the position. And that's not the truth. That's not the truth. It's not, you're not great by running yourself down. Okay? Don't do that. So you dancing on one foot. That's just how I feel. I know it's talking about, other things, but I really feel like you guys are, because Drifter, Watcher, this is all saying you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. It's too many things on the schedule. So you might want to eliminate some things. Don't pressure yourself to live up to something you see in the media. I remember working in corporate, and you go on LinkedIn and you look at other people's profiles and people celebrating and posting other people's achievements of all of the things that they're doing. And you could be saying like, wow, how does that person find time in the day to do that? Like, if they could do it, I can do it. No, everything somebody else is doing is not meant for you to do. Okay? Don't try to emulate the crazy schedule of another person. What's your life? What does your schedule look like? Like, don't beat yourself up for not looking, acting, and doing like other people who seemingly look successful to you. I'm trying to tell you guys, and that's the other thing why social media is mentioned. We view these pictures and believe everything people say about what's going on in their life, and it's not true. Half the time, and nothing against, I post pictures, everybody posts pictures, but when things are really going well in your life, sometimes you don't have time to be sharing it all with everybody. Just really take everybody's post about what they're doing and what's going on with them with a grain of salt. Okay? Take it with a grain of salt, because they constantly viewing other people saying they're succeeding, even if they are. The way it came about, you don't know that. You don't know the truth of everything. So just focus on you, okay? Now, card 30 is Horseman, Herald of Change. Horseman, Herald of Change. Okay, let me get that for you. it says good news, caution, herald of change. So there's some good news, have some caution, but there's change happening. All right. So it says, when the horseman appears, he is inviting you to spread the good news. Everyone already knows the bad news. It says your task is to point out the beautiful when others see only the ugly. Note the possible, no matter how implausible it may seem. This does not mean becoming giddy or blindly optimistic, but rather reminding yourself that every storm cloud has a silver lining. Become a herald of the positive. Put away the fatalistic attitude, the dire predictions, the dreadful expectations about the world or about your life. Declare the arrival of a new and better you. Proclaim you have risen from the realm of the dead, woken from a long and dreadful slumber, and are back on the world stage. The show is on again. The horseman cautions you to not allow your exuberance to become hollow or trivial, okay? Be sure that there is substance to the news you spread, and you are willing to live up to the expectations you raise. The world will welcome you with open arms, and as you share an uplifting message. Heed the horseman when he shows up once. Okay, so heed the horseman when he shows up once, for he bears good news and is announcing a prosperous and peaceful time. When he shows up twice in the same reading, though, use caution. It will heed, and if you heed his warning, all will turn out well. That last part, I mean, I've seen this card before in your reading, but this is a total different reading, so I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I know the last card we have is closing the door and completion. So the horseman could be, the herald of change could be an ending of something. But the one big thing that I got out of this card, some of you guys are really, I told you in your last tarot reading yesterday that you are a star. You're a star. And it says, everybody already knows the bad news, so your task is to point out the beautiful. I don't know what your platforms are, what you do, but make sure you do something that uplifts people. Just don't give people the same thing that they already have. You know, there are a lot of people who, like I said, we talked about this yesterday. I was like, there's a lot of TikTok famous people with subscribers and a lot of followers. There's an abundance of like a new amount of comedians and people out here. But the one thing that like I noticed, because I watch, scroll through a bunch of stuff. Like I'm seeing sometimes really, really funny people who might make jokes off of really, really dark things. And it's not jokes. I'm not talking about like a joke. I'm talking about skits. You know, they take like narcissistic situations, relationship stuff, and then try to make it funny. And then I see that they got like all of these subscribers and all these followers, but it's like for me, like regenerating pain and dark cycles, laughing at it, but not solving it. And I don't even think it's funny. You know, it just it's toxic. It's a lot of toxic. I even see people trying to make jokes out of we toxic. And that's fine. You can make a joke about it, but that's what people are already living and what people are trying to already overcome. And if it's not like funny, like really funny, then there's no point in making skits out of the dark aspects of people's life. And that's just an example. So what I'm saying is, if there are a bunch of people out here doing whatever they're doing and it does not uplift, your spin, your take, however you want to do it, make sure it elevates, whatever's going on. Because sometimes it's like, you could, if it was a skit about toxicity or whatever, make it funny by making it so absurd, not like this is normal. The funny part is the absurdity of it. Not, oh yeah, this is how we all deal. Like, ladies got to deal with men cheating and, oh no, I'm keeping you who she thinks she is. And like, why would you want to keep the person that's cheating? Or skits about men literally gaslighting, their partner. And I'm like, where's the funny part in that? So if you're going to do something, make sure that there's the lesson there or real humor in it to actually heal the pain. You know what I'm saying? So be someone of good news. Bring in a good vibration. You guys really are stars. You're stars, and you're going to be noticed. And this is saying that because people are watching you. I know they're going to see you. They're going to see you. I already see an angel here. I see wings. Okay, and all this light. You bring a lot of light, no matter what it is you do. So share the light. Don't succumb to what you see other people being popular for or doing. That whoever is resonating hard with them are in a state that they're not ready to vibrate out of. So let them stick with that person. There are other people who are ready to come up and they're ready to be with you. Okay, that get your audience. All right. Now, card 5. 5 is closing doors and completion. Okay. Card 5 says, endings, completion, your greater calling. Endings, completion, your greater calling. When the closing door shows up, it's a call to recognize an ending, to terminate a relationship, job, task, or situation that has been dragging on far too long. Unlock the cage you have been trapped in and shut the door behind you. This is not the time to worry about what others might think or feel, okay? I was saying that earlier, you deciding to do something. I don't want to, like work to the bone and everything like that. And people are judging you. It's not, so what? Instead, break with the routine. Consider what you think and how you feel and be true to your heart's calling. It's time to walk out the door. If you do not see a door, but only a solid wall in front of you, ask for assistance. That's why I keep saying this prayer. You guys need to pray. All right. So you know where you're going and can trust that, it's okay to make this move. Muster the courage to say no more. Remember as well that no one else needs to be wrong in order for you to do what you've known you need to do for a long time. Meaning, if you want to get out of a relationship where, I'm not growing, but there's no spat between you and your partner, you don't got to start an argument or try to fault find. Just say, hey, I think this is not where I know I'm supposed to be. Same with a job. If you know, like, hey, my boss isn't being mean or rude, my coworkers, I actually like them, but there's no passion here. Like, I don't feel like I'm being, my true self. And that could be a reason why people might think you're crazy if you quit your job and everything's actually going good. Do what you know is best for you, what your intuition is telling you to do. Like, it does not have to be a disaster around you to make a decision. If just trust your knowing. Trust your knowing. Okay? So it says, let me get back. Where does it say? In order for you to know, it says, remember as well that no one else needs to be wrong in order for you to do what you've known you needed to do for a long time. If the door to a project or a relationship has been closed to you, stop knocking on it. All right? You have tried that already and no one answered. So leave people alone and leave situations alone where you can't get in. Let it be. Don't push anything. All right? At least not in the way you would have liked. So it says, you have tried that already and no one answered, at least not in the way you have liked. Like accepting you, calling you back, being consistent, okay? Giving you a definite answer. Take this as a gift. Difficult and painful as it might be, move on. Every door that shuts is an invitation to find another way, another path to your destination. Better to recognize this earlier rather than later. How many of us leave a relationship or job years after we knew it was time to move on? Stop wallowing in pain and lingering on the reasons why things did not work. It is keeping you from your greater calling, which was why I saw in, I think the last tarot reading or the one before that 5 of Cups in reverse. And I'm saying constantly thinking about why something didn't work out. If it didn't work out then, how is it going to work out now? You're not in that same situation, okay? It says, bow deeply, like bow down deeply before the closed door. Give thanks to the lesson and set yourself free. Thank you for being closed. Because that open door that I see over here to my right is so much better than where I was trying to go. If something is closed off to you, it's closed off to you for a reason. Do not be mad about that. Don't be angry at God. Don't be angry at yourself. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not that you're not measuring up or not good enough for the person or good enough for the job. Is that you will not be able to express the fullness of yourself with that person in that job. Okay? Be grateful for those closed doors and close any doors that needed to be closed a long time ago. Quit these relationships and these jobs that do not match who you are right now and where you're going. And don't be afraid of not knowing totally the outcome of your new situations, okay? That is what I have for you. If it resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to book is in the description box below. If you would like to participate, the link to book is in the description box below. If you would like to book a 30-minute recorded reading, you can email me at PrinceofPeaceTarot@gmail.com. If you would like to participate in our next group reading, September 15th, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, make sure to join Patreon because that is where I'm going to post the Zoom link for our reading, okay? Yes, and the updated Patreon playlist is in the description box below as well. All right, guys, you have a good day. All right.